level 7 now, so I do believe that's the first kill in the mid, and Bubbles will be taking that. He's level 7, he's keeping up with Trixie and No Tail, no problem, so that Bubbles being played by Butch, my terrible Canadian accent, but I'm just gonna call him Bubbles. I think there's less confusion there. So we are sitting at 4-3 score. I mean, right now MSI has the slight advantage. Experience, gold, it's anyone's game at this point. It's only 8.5 minutes in, folks, but right now we were still seeing a lot of the revitalized team that we saw last turn, and now we have our SmackDown count. I can see the people in the background, IRC, putting down theirs, so we'll have to keep track of who gets what. But with that Bubbles kill in the mid, that puts Soul Stealer, I think, a little behind, although he is level 8 now. So, I mean, who's kind of winning that mid there, Asway?
By the looks of it, actually, No Tail is actually dominating mid lane with 55 CS against a 21 for Bubbles. But wow.
Yeah, that was a...
Soul Stealer actually might go down here to Pharaoh.
Oh no, I don't think there's any doubt at this point, as that is a deadly combination. We did not destroy, we did not deny the tower. The tower was destroyed, so he's going to take a little bit of gold with him to the grave. Vindicator in trouble as he gets hit upon this tri-lane. Even Sandwraith caught out of position. He can't get through those trees, but he is throwing out that sand digger, the Dagger's Curse, Sand Curse. Something that's not going to save him whatsoever, as Glacius comes in for a double tap. That's not Glacius, sorry, Hellbringer for the double tap. Merax's tower diving, not going to be able to get that kill. Smackdown going down on, I believe, Fresh, but no, it was not. It was this Bubbles grabbing 2 extra kills down here. What happened? Who won there? Like, I know that we had his teleport stone come in, but what happened there, Asway?
They just got caught out of position. Bubbles came in late after fedding mid and cleaned up. But I really think Hellborn actually won that fight. They killed Sandwraith, you know, their hard carry, and it's just going to stop him from farming.
Yeah, but Fresh went down, so the Meraxus, the Glacius, the Hellbringer. You think it's all worth it for that Sandwraith kill?
You know, not really. Take it back. I think Legion kind of dominated that fight, killing the 3 heroes, especially Meraxus, keeping him down as well.
Okay, fair enough.
But
yep, keep going.
At the same time, you also have to remember that since Pharaoh did go mid at the start of that whole exchange to kill Soul Stealer, he left Trixie with his rank 4 Toxin Wards alone, and he was able to push down a tower, which is a danger of leaving a solo Slither alone.
Yeah, he's definitely building up that ward battery, so to speak. It's just decimating all the creep wave as he's just wrapping up the kills. What kind of creep score do we have on this top lane, BDiz?
Trixie just dominating the Pharaoh. Pharaoh's 22 creep kills. Trixie leads the game with 65, so pretty much what was expected there.
Okay, well, we got the expected Bubbles coming in with the Shell Surf to the ultimate. Slither getting caught with 3 heroes on his tail, but don't think he's going to take out this Pharaoh. It's going to be very close. Those wards are just banging away on him with that ultimate 60 hit points. He'll be okay out of that, but I do think there was a Soul Stealer up there. Looks like almost he abandoned him. But, I mean, Trixie overextending his welcome. I mean, he just did destroy a tower and decimated quite a few creep waves. So, good times. So, like, what do we got down south? We have Meraxus down here. Out comes the Malphus, and this is definitely going to be a kill on that Vindicator. He goes down. Bubbles cleaning up the kill on Hellbringer, as he did have to tower dive, and now Bubbles is in full retreat with this Sandwraith. I'm not too sure they know Sandwraith is still down here. Soul Stealer coming in. I don't think he able... No, he did get a double tap there, probably with his ultimate, as that was just fired off as well. So 2 for 1, but Sandwraith coming in, shutting down this Soul Stealer, as and now Pharaoh is definitely on the run from this Meraxus, but Slither, oh man, this game just keeps getting better and better. Slither going to come in with the dot on that Pharaoh. He's going to go down. So now, I do think that is everything that happened there. 11-9. So Hellborn got a tower. They got a few kills. So I think they're pretty clearly the winner there. What do you think, Asway?
Yeah, definitely the winner for sure. Soul Stealer, though, ultied a Sandwraith illusion and didn't hit anyone with it. Which is kind of silly. But he did get the double tap before that, so no point in complaining.
And that whole little sequence there boils down to what happened when they killed Slither. Pharaoh missed his hook when he tried to catch Soul Stealer. Bubbles used his ult on Slither to pin him down. and Plague Rider used his ult to save Pharaoh's life. So that's 3 huge ultimates that are on cooldown, and that's what led to all the action bottom in the tower kill.
Oh man. What else is going on here? No Tail taking out Blue as we just had Soul Stealer go down as a retaliation. It looks like Slither's getting caught in the tower in this bottom push. Meraxis is kind of just wandering around up there, not really too sure what to do. And he will be just tossing axes at this point. What kind of... I mean, right now we see a full-fledged skill array on Meraxis. He is level 8. I don't think we've seen a Matrix yet. I hope I say that right, but the Matrix with axes. But at the same time, I don't think... Whoa, look at that. Glacius going down as well. That's 3 deaths now for MSI. So binary evasion. I mean, they're keeping this kill lead. They actually have an experience lead as well. Just with all these towers down, they're so far behind in gold. So, I mean, at this point, it does look like Meraxis is going to be trying to do something. And now he's just running away. Sage's Lord going down. He is going to use that ultimate, try to soak up a lot more damage. I don't quite think he's going to come... Well, alright, fine. Charge back in, see if I care. But, yeah, right now, we do see, almost, it seems, like binary evasion in the lead. BDiz?
They do have the kill lead, but they're behind in gold because they've lost 3 early towers. And their Sandwraith is just now picking up his Vanguard. Or got enough gold to finish his Vanguard, rather. So, 14-minute mark, he's now just starting to work on his Market Brilliance. They might have a slight hero kill lead now and slight experience lead, but they really need to get Sandwraith that Market Brilliance for them to be able to win this game.
Do you think he's on track for that Market Brilliance? I mean, it is 15 minutes in. It does look like Glacius going down again to this combination of Bubbles and Sandwraith, but where is... so, Sandwraith is down south. He does look like he will be finishing up that Helm of the Black Legion, but do you think 25-minute estimate for Market Brilliance? Yes, no, maybe so. Hellbringer's going down.
If he can get it at the 25-minute mark, that would be superb. I think it's more likely to see it around the 30-minute mark, and even if he gets it then, it's still a very good time to get a Market Brilliance.
But can he do it? At the current rate he's going, can he do it? And someone's breathing pretty heavily here.
I think he can, and it really just depends on how the next few team fights go, if they can get any towers, because if you look at all the tower HPs, every tower except for mid is pretty much full, so they need to get a couple towers and keep their bottom lane protected. And I know that Nova's going to be looking to counter ward bottom to keep Sandwraith in the dark so they can get some ganks off on him.
Okay, so Asway, I mean, we're talking a little bit about Sandwraith, but, you know, overall, I mean, we're just hitting the 16-minute mark. We're not quite into, like, danger territory for an overwhelming one-sided game. What kind of items are people now starting to put together as we're starting to transition into the mid-game?
We do see Slither with the Helm of the Black Legion, which I think he's had for quite some time since last team fight. Nothing too big, really. Mighty Blade picked up on Soul Stealer and then Blink, which is really good. Nothing really too out of the ordinary. Vindicator, though, level 5, no boots.
Just going to throw an interrupt in here. Hellbringer going down, another smackdown, but this was not. Fresh Row does not count, but now it does look like everyone's kind of in full retreat. MSI picking up 3 kills there, and all they had to do was pay for it with a Vindicator. Does look like Pharaoh's going to attempt a little bit of a runaway here. I don't know when Sandwraith came in, probably used his ultimate. Let's just double check that. Used his ultimate to get in there. This would be a first genocide of the game. MSI, no, somebody bought back. Who bought back? We just had Vindicator buyback, so not a genocide, but they were able to pick up 5 kills there, and all they had to do was just pay for it with that Hellbringer. So a pretty good exchange there for MSI, as they're really bringing that experience and gold lead back into their favor. 4,000, 10,000, as I mean, they're taking a very strong offensive stance here. So what do you think is gonna happen here, Asway? We have binary evasion really on the defensive, and as we said, we were just talking about that Sandwraith. With another death, probably not going to be reaching a 25-minute goal unless something kind of like really miraculously happens. What could that miracle be?
They need to win a team fight, and they need Vindicator to get level 6. His ultimate is just really, really good, and it'll probably help them win a team fight if they could get it, but It's sad that he's level 5. And the Plague, who was in the Trident as well, is level 8. I don't see Sandwraith getting his Mach anytime soon. He's actually working on Treads instead.
Sandwraith is working on Treads?
Yeah, he's working on his.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were talking
Steam
about
boots.
Steam
Steam
boots.
boots, wow, sorry.
It's like no way
My
he's
bad.
getting a tread. That doesn't make too much sense.
Yeah, he's working on Steam Boots instead of going straight for his Mach of Brilliance, which I think is a mistake. Him getting that Mach as soon as possible could be game-changing for them.
Fair enough. Now I remember we did see a solo Slither lane earlier in the tournament, and we on the Slither choice there, I do believe it was Revi on Druids. He had himself a Helm of the Black Legion with a Ring of the Teacher. Instead, this time, Trixie here has himself a Gnome's Wisdom. So, I mean, in that kind of regard, those two are comparable items a little bit, but what do you think of that, BDiz? Like, which one is the better combination for, or is it, like, very team and item dependent?
I personally like Gnome's Wisdom more, as we see Trixie getting picked off by a Bubbles ultimate as well as Playground ultimate, but I like Gnome's Wisdom more because Slither has a very low mana pool, his ultimate costs a lot, and just getting that extra 14 intelligence out of it, plus a stronger armor aura for your team. You should know it's the same, my bad. Oops. But getting that extra intelligence really helps out with your mana pool, so you can spam more wards across the map for vision, so you can get your ult off reliably in every team fight. I like Gnome's Wisdom a lot more than just a Ring of the Teacher on Slither.
Okay. Well, input there from a pro player. We got the Matraxes coming out with the Malphus. This is going to be a good combo coming down on the Pharaoh. Pharaoh's going to be trying to get the best deal he can, but now it looks like Meraxes is a little bit on the defensive. Glacius has to be very careful. He's kind of squishy at this point. And we do have a Portal Key Shrunken Head on Soulstealer. Not too sure where he was aiming, but that wasn't the best place to do your ultimate. Glad he canceled it. Very quick reaction from him. But he also has haste with a rune, so that's going to be a huge kind of movement bonus for him. Obviously, it's called haste for a reason. But at the same time, I mean, if he really wants to carry, track down these heroes, he easily can. So this mid tower, I mean, it's under a lot of pressure. We are down a hero on binary Evasion. So it is a 5v4. It does not look like they're going to be pushing their advantage. MSI retreating more to the jungles, a little bit of farming. Glacius, I guess, got hit by something because he just used a Thunder Blast in the middle of nowhere. But at the same time, it does look like, 18-17. Kills are kind of balanced, but it's just such a huge lead right now for Experienced Gold on MSI. And I don't know, should they have pushed that tower? Did they do the wise thing by backing off? What do you think here, Asway?
Definitely backing off was the right choice. Slither was actually down, so they didn't have the pushing power that they should have had. Like, he came up just as they started to push. By the time they got there, they probably would end up team fighting again. And I don't think that would be a wise choice for them, having this lead.
Well, as I said, usually it's within one team fight for the majority of the game. One really great genocide could easily push it, over the edge to either side at this point. But I mean, just looking at the numbers, 6,500 experience, 12,000 gold. It is a pretty sizable lead. They are sitting pretty comfy on it. And as I said, we had the Soulstealer, Portal Key, and Shrunken Head. We're the show-offs there. Do we have any other kind of big items? I only asked 5 minutes ago, but having a Shrunken Head and a Portal Key 22 minutes into the game is quite an achievement. But I don't know. I mean, what do you think here, BDiz?
That's typical no-tail on Soulstealer. Wins his land in terms of farm, and just gets huge early. Also combined with his Portal Key and Shrunken Head, Fresh on Meraxes has a Portal Key, so his stun plus Soulstealer ult, unless Vindicator gets a global off, can be potentially devastating in these team fights. In terms of items for the Legion team, Bubbles has a Tablet of Command, and that's really it for right now.
Somebody's yawning. I mean, we have been up since
Sorry,
4 a.m., but yeah, we'll leave that as is. This kind of relates us back to a conversation we were having in a previous game about initiation with Meraxes. I mean, we don't have a Behemoth support in there, but we have a Malphus with a Portal Key Meraxes.